Learning objectives. At the end of this topic, you will be able to convert percentage to fraction in its simplest form. Let us recall what we learned so far pertaining to percentage and fraction. This is the percent symbol to express percentage. To convert a percentage to a fraction, write it as a fraction with a denominator of 100 and then simplify the fraction if possible. Look at this example. Express 65% as a fraction. First, we have to find a common factor that can divide 65 and 100. A number that can divide both 65 and 100 is 5. Let's use 100 squares. We will divide the units into equal groups. See how the grouping is made. Each group has 5 unit squares and there are 20 groups in 100 unit squares. But how many groups are there in 65 unit squares? Let's find out. How much is 65 divided by 5? Yes, it's 13. There are 13 over 20 groups. Therefore, 65% as a fraction is 13 over 20 in the lowest terms. Let's express 75% as a fraction using number line. Step 1. Write the 75% as a fraction, that is 75 over 100. Step 2. Draw a number line and find the common factor that can divide the numerator and denominator equally without a remainder. 25 will be the exact quantity that will divide the fraction equally without remainder. So we need to jump a distance of 25 at a time, kill 75. See how it is done on the number line. From 0 to 25 is one jump, from 25 to 50 is another jump, and from 50 to 75 is another jump. So we have jumped 3 times out of 4 equal parts. That makes a fraction of 3 over 4 in the lowest term. Therefore, 75% is 3/4 as a fraction. What if the percent is not a whole number? Look at the example. Express 62.5% as a fraction. Write down 62.5 over 100. Multiply both top and bottom by 10 because there is one digit after the decimal place. See how this neatly makes the top a whole number. Simplify the fraction. Divide by 25 and get a fraction of 25 over 40. Divide this again by 5 to bring the answer to the lowest terms. It took 2 steps to simplify the fraction, but you may be able to do it in one step in a different situation. So, 62.5% to a fraction is 5 over 8. Some conversions are very common and should be memorized. Remember to convert a percentage to a fraction. Write it as a fraction with a denominator of 100. Then simplify the fraction if possible. Here is a list of most commonly used and converted percentages and fractions. Congratulations! You have learned to convert percentage to fraction in its simplest form. Remember, to convert a percentage into a fraction, write it as a fraction with a denominator of 100 and then simplify the fraction if possible. If the percent is not a whole number, then multiply both the top and the bottom by 10 for every number after the decimal point. For example, if there is one number after the decimal, then use 10. If there are 2, then use 100 and so on. We have learned how to convert percentages into fraction. Can you try and guess what the answers are if the percentage is higher than 100? What kind of fraction will you get? Discuss this with your teacher.